Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of Who Are We? And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite trumpet players. I've been fascinated about him ever since I saw him on the Cosby Show as a kid with the big cheeks. Anyways, we're talking about Dizzy Gillespie today. Let's roll that intro. Dizzy Gillespie, the developer of bebop, and is one of the most influential jazz figures of bebop, influential and one of the starters of it, Anyways, his real name, John Burks Gillespie. I really thought his name was Dizzy Gillespie. You could not tell me that. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I realized about Dizzy Gillespie that I did not know. John Burks Gillespie, born on October 21st, 1917 in Cheraw, South Carolina. He was the youngest of 9 children. Wow, okay. He was already a prodigy, playing the piano at the age of 4, and even received a music scholarship to attend Laurinburg Institute of North Carolina. So he was already on it from a young age, You just had it in him, you just have the music in you. Many people know Dizzy Gillespie due to the way he would play the trumpet with the big cheeks, with the big swollen cheeks. Many people know him because of that, just because it's like he branded himself from within himself. I'm like, okay, that's different, When Gillespie was 18, his family moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and this is where he joined Frankie Fairfax Orchestra. And soon after that, Gillespie would relocate to New York and perform with Teddy Hill and Edgar Hayes, that band, and after that, it seems like he really just got his start with Frankie Fairfax Orchestra, just learn a little bit more of the basics and stuff like that. And then once he got with Teddy Hill and Edgar Hayes, that's where he really started to take off more. And after performing for a while with Teddy Hill and Edgar Hayes, he eventually, once he got up his talents, once he mastered his talents in music, or at least that he felt that he mastered his talents in music, this is when he moved to Calloway's band in 1939. And Gillespie is also known as one of the founding fathers of Afro-Cuban / Latin jazz. And let me tell you something. I thought for a long time that Dizzy Gillespie was from Cuba. I just assumed it because I'm like, oh, he makes Afro-Cuban music. Anybody that makes Afro-Cuban music are black people from Cuba. Not him, he's from South Carolina, and that's what threw me off. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, snap, he's from South Carolina. But he was the type of artist, almost like one of my best friends, Jeremiah. They both are like this, where they take a lot of interest into different cultures of music to get inspired and create almost a whole new sound of music, And that's what Dizzy Gillespie was. He was one of the founding fathers of Afro-Cuban / Latin jazz. And he's not from Cuba, he's not Latin, any of that. But he was influenced by Bauza, who was able to infuse African American jazz with Afro-Cuban rhythms, which form that Cuban sound. So it's like Dizzy Gillespie looked at his style, got inspired by Bauza, and took it to a whole nother level and a deeper, I guess, African American way with jazz, because he's in the culture. He's the culture of jazz, African American jazz. So it's easy for him to maybe add in some more of that African American soul into that jazz style of Afro-Cuban Latin jazz, which eventually created bebop. Gillespie would also be inspired by other cultures through traveling, like one of my friends, such as Africa, the Middle East, and even Latin America. And he would do this all under the sponsorship of the United States Department, because like he was just so talented with music that it's almost like he didn't even have to work. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like things were just provided for him by him just doing stuff for his like under his passion. That's something like we're all still learning, is like learning how to make a living off of what you love to do without it feeling like work, and you're passionate about it. And that is what looks after you, and that's how he managed to make a living for himself, you know?
God only gives you so much knowledge of what he's got in store for you at a specific time in your spiritual development. The same as he only lets a guy create so much for a particular era in the development of our music. And we also have messengers and prophets in our music. Yeah. You could call Coleman Hawkins or Lester Young or Charlie Parker or Louis Armstrong a prophet, you know.
Father Hines, right?
Father Hines too, because he's a great innovator.
And also was able to travel to places outside the country and get even more inspiration by always taking pride and staying in tune with his African roots as well as other cultures, and you know, taking pride in just absorbing all of that information and knowledge and putting it in music. And some of Gillespie's most well-known songs were Ooh Bop Shabam. That's Ooh Bop Shabam. Let me try to say it. Ooh Bop Shabam. Ooh, I said it, okay. You know, some words you gotta say it fast, see if you can say it. Ooh Bop Shabam. Anyways, Groovin' High, that's a nice piece. I love that one. That's in my playlist right now. Salt Peanuts, that's another one. I got that in my playlist right now. A Night in Tunisia. I think that's how you say A Night in Tunisia. And also Johnny Came Lately. These are some really nice pieces of, you know, just compositions and stuff that he did. I would definitely suggest anybody go and listen to Dizzy Gillespie. Like, you can really see how even Chuck Brown took some of, like, was inspired by Dizzy Gillespie's style as well, of like just that Latin, Cuban type of stuff, to where that drum rhythm is, you know, African style as well, African percussion. I think Chuck Brown, he even talked about that, like how he was inspired by Dizzy Gillespie with that swing, with the Latin stuff and the African rhythms and everything. But you guys definitely go and check out some of Dizzy Gillespie's music. Like, I'll say some of my favorite jazz artists is Dizzy Gillespie, John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Barney Cassell, and Sammy Davis Jr. like on his jazz side when you listen to some of his jazz music. Those are like some of my favorite male jazz artists. I would suggest check out every one of them. Check out every one of them. You know what I'm saying? But all right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking in here all the way to the end of season 1. Oh my gosh, I gotta get planning for season 2. That's why I'm like, month of January, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be thinking, get stuff together. You know, writing out ideas and stuff. But actually, I've already written down something. But still, month of January, gotta go harder with it. But and thank you guys for watching, sticking with me throughout this whole season. And sorry, I have so much espresso in my system right now. Feel free to check out some of the merch. You know what I'm saying? Website is in the description down below. Make sure to use the discount code CRP2000 for free shipping. And I think that's it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go and get ready to record the next episode. I should do that. Yeah. Like I've drunk espresso, so it's like I'm just like motivated. I'm just ready to go, ready to record all these episodes. But I am getting kind of hot in the studio. Whew.